So this looks like a fancy package. Oraimo X Unbox Therapy OpenCirclet. Find your rhythm and keep exploring. Unbox Therapy on the record. No fear, no limits. Very soft touch material. So that's obviously a fancy package. What happens if you buy them at retail? Well, this is what that's gonna look like. OpenCirclet, Bluetooth 5.0 with a 10-meter range. It'll charge up over Type-C and it'll give you 16 hours of playtime. Increased situational awareness, stereo sound boost algorithm, ergonomic and secure fit, zero hearing damage, HD voice in calls, and IP55 for dust and water resistance. Yeah. A fairly nice presentation. Listen to your own rhythm and keep exploring. Seems to be their tagline. Now this color is not quite black. It's almost like maybe a dark blue with some orange accents, and the whole thing is very flexible. Also in the package, you'll find a cable and a little bit of paperwork and an extended warranty for up to 2 years. Controls look pretty straightforward. You're gonna use a series of taps to play pause, to skip tracks. Obviously, recharging is fairly straightforward, and since these are a Bluetooth device, well, you know how that goes. And a teeny little USB-C to USB-A cable in order to charge the whole thing up. Where does this cable fit in? Under this tiny little flap, which is going to be important to maintain your water resistance. And sweat in this case, considering you might wear something like this for working out, cycling, and so forth. I think these are actually just a kind of outside the ear style of audio device. So the point is that I am aware of my surroundings. I can still hear my audio content, but it's kind of mixed in with the environment. It's like the opposite of noise cancellation. In this situation, you're trying to wear these outdoors. You're trying to have situational awareness. You may even want to carry on a conversation while the audio continues to play. Obviously, you can pause it, but there's no kind of closure or closing you off from your surroundings. Here we have a comparison to some competitors, and we have fast charging in this case, 10 minutes for 3.5 hours. Also, it looks like the battery life in general is more substantial here, probably because of this larger section kind of behind the audio equipment. And that's gonna give you 16 hours, where it looks like some competitors here are more like 8 to 10. The whole thing is coming in at 30 grams, by the way, which you could wear it for extended periods of time. The other people who might be interested in something like this are those who get some sort of ear fatigue within the ear canal style earbuds, or maybe get hot wearing like an over-ear style. So this, you could leave it on for an extended period of time. Even when you're at home, I don't know what you're doing, like working around the house or something, and maybe you still want to have the ability to hear things that are going on there and have your content playing at the same time for extended periods. And then the hygiene component, I suppose, it's not something I thought about, but there's nothing going in your ear. It's all sitting on your exterior. So the power switch looks like it's here. There is an LED indicator to let you know it's been powered up. Behind there, we have volume up and down. These buttons are actually fairly large, surprisingly large for a device that's this small, which should make them a little easier to find and click. So let's go ahead, settings and Bluetooth, Oraimo OpenCirclet, connected. I believe it just had an audio prompt suggesting that it has successfully been connected. I've tried a number of different versions of headphone or earbud alternatives. They all sit a little bit differently and aim to work a little bit differently. This one, to me, looks like it's trying to get close to your ear canal without actually being inside. So it sort of sits in front, as you can see here. This is like an ambience play. Like this is really effective for having some audio content on that, maybe you want to have as like a bonus to your environment, and maybe you can't be closed off from your surroundings. Maybe it's at work or maybe it's at home. I think it would be good for like voice-based audio content, listening to audio books. And you know what else? What if you're a person that's taking constant calls? Maybe you're doing all types of Zoom meetings, or you're constantly just on like group phone calls or just long phone calls. You can have this on and hardly know that you're wearing it, and have a microphone close to your face and have that audio pumped in without really disturbing anyone anyone else and having to hold your phone at all. So you can just kind of wear this around and use it for that purpose as well. And obviously more people are using their headphones or headsets in that fashion. And then the other part is I think it's kind of a value play coming in and starting at $100, where a lot of alternative versions of this coming in at 150 or 180 or sort of more around there. This is gonna let you into that kind of earbud alternative, ambience, situational awareness at a slightly lower price point. Now, safety might be another concern. Obviously, cycling while having noise canceling headphones on could be dangerous. That's not the case with a system like this. It's lightweight, ergonomic. You could use it for training, obviously in the gym. They got 16mm dynamic drivers. It's gonna help providing a little bit of bass. Obviously, you're not going to get a replication of an actual over-ear headphone, but it's just gonna make it sound a little bit more substantial than if you didn't have that large of a driver in there. And there are noise-reducing microphones for those calls that I mentioned earlier. Now, there's also a couple of promos for these things. So I did mention the entry price, but you actually might be able to save some cash on these right now. Check the description for all those details. So let me know, at $100, OpenCirclet, open ear style headphones, you buying or are you selling?